Our series, A More Perfect Union, aims to show that what unites us as Americans is far greater than what divides us. We know that that is true. Many students have spent this past year going to class virtually, raising significant concerns about a growing inequality gap. But some groups of high school students are finding ways to bridge that divide, even as most school districts reopen safely, by teaching what they've learned to younger students. Jan Crawford has their stories.
Then suddenly, thump, thump, eek.
For most of first and all of second grade, 8-year-old Ella's classroom has been the computer.
The sound is coming.
You shouldn't hide her breathing.
But behind this screen in her Virginia home
This morning, we felt so tired. And
is the voice that's kept alive Ella's joy of learning.
My tutor's name is Miss Emily. She's kind and really, really sweet. I love her so much.
Miss Emily is 18-year-old Emily Kalt, a high school senior in New York City.
When my guidance counselor at my school told me about this opportunity to tutor online, I started tutoring her in reading, and her reading has improved so much. She's excited to just read everything.
Piggy is my best friend.
Ella and Emily connected through Intutorly, one of dozens of free online tutoring programs that was started last spring by high school students.
As high school students, we understand the struggles of virtual learning.
Intutorly was created by two Virginia teenagers, Alex and his younger brother, Ben.
We were just dismayed to find that there was an entire generation that would be forced to play catch-up, perhaps for years to come.
We wanted to do something to help bridge that gap.
What did you do? How did it start?
We reached out to our friends, classmates, and family members, and in the early days, we had more tutors than students.
How many do you have now?
So we have over 1,000 students and tutors, and about 500 each.
And since the Gulf War is a proper
Matches
noun,
like these are happening in other free online tutoring programs also started after the lockdowns by teenagers, like EduCove, run by Ian, Subaida, Joyce, and Christian in New York.
We basically came up with this idea to connect students as a way to promote, social exchange, which was something we all were missing with online learning.
It was just word of mouth and then constant, just more contacting. And I think as of now, we have around 60 to 70 tuties.
Their mission also was personal.
I had an up-close view of this with my two younger brothers. They were in 6th and 4th grade at the time, and they were really struggling. Their focus, it sometimes wanes with virtual school. It's harder to keep on track, and it left them a little bit behind with math and English.
Jason is Christian's youngest brother.
In in-person school, the teacher would walk around the classroom and talking to individuals, but then in online, the teacher would teach the whole class in one session, and there's no group work.
These teenagers may have first signed on to help others, but soon realized teaching taught them a different lesson.
EduCove, it was an opportunity for me to find something to really put my mind into and to really dedicate myself into. And it really filled the hole that was sort of left in my heart by not being able to go to school.
It's been hard to deal with the isolation. It's the one thing that really pulled me through the pandemic. Okay, Ella, here's a heart for you. Having this bond with Ella, she's not someone I would have met normally, and I really appreciate that.
Super sparkly subjects.
For CBS This Morning, I'm Jan Crawford in Washington.
History of Sparkle Grove Forest.
Oh, I want to stay with the history of Sparkle Grove.
Yeah, me too. I love hearing kids read. It's just so cool.
So sweet. But how about those high school students?
Yes, so impressive.
Who saw a need and thought we can do something about this.
And so many of them all over.
Yes.
Yeah. I know. It's real initiative, too. I mean, to go from no students to a full slate, making a difference.